Kings got our backs blown to oblivion. Back-to-back nights against the Houston Rockets and Dylan the Villain Brooks. I almost pulled out every single strand of hair that I had on my whole body, including my chest, hair included everywhere. And I think I'm going through a midlife crisis. I watched those games and I couldn't believe it. Welcome back to another episode of the Backyard Podcast. I'm your host, Marcellus Howard. We got a lot to talk about today. This might be a nice little lengthy one, so kick back, relax, go grab a snack, and enjoy this podcast. If you're watching on YouTube right now, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're listening on the audio platform, Spotify, Apple, etc., continue to give me those 5-star ratings and download this episode, man. Let's run these numbers up. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate you guys. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty. I want to rank the top NBA teams through week 2. These are my power rankings. These aren't the NBA's power rankings. These are the Backyard Marcellus Howard's, the Backyard Legend power rankings, okay? Might be a little ghetto, but we're going to rock with it, though. Coming in at number 10, we have the Houston Rockets. Surprisingly, right? Very surprisingly. And I'm going to show you why it's surprising. So if we guys go to the standings, right, on the NBA app, okay? If you go to the NBA app, and you see the Houston Rockets, they're at number 8. But they've won 3 games in a row. Now, let me explain. They've won 3 games in a row against two of them against the Sacramento Kings, which I'm going to get on that rant a little later. They blew our back out twice. Okay. But the more I watch that team, I realize that Ime Udoka has the Houston Rockets playing defense again. They're actually playing phenomenal defense. They're just haven't got the offensive end together fully yet. But against us, they put together a plethora of, must I say, amazing defensive basketball prowess. I think that's the right words. I'm not sure. But they looked amazing against us. I don't know if that's just because we're the Sacramento Kings or is that because of great coaching. But the more I watched back-to-back games, it wasn't a fluke. And must I say, Alperen, not sure how you say his name, Sengun is averaging 18, 8, and 7. He is giving us his best baby Jokic impersonation right now. He is something to watch. He is something to keep monitored in these next few years because the more I watch him, I see baby Jokic. He's really good. He's really good on the offensive end. He can pass the ball, he can rebound. He's very crafty, and he was giving Sabonis work. Sabonis was getting work. Mind you, this is through week 2, starting into week 3. So it's a small sample size right now. But I mean, from what I've seen right now, I've seen enough. He's a record to be messed with. Dylan Brooks, on the other hand, left Memphis and had a resurgence. He's averaging 16 points a game on 59% from the field and 56% from 3. Not in 1 game, not in 2 games, not in 3 games. We're talking about 7 games in the season here. And he's shooting lights out right now. Those are NBA 3-point contest numbers, if we're being honest. They have a healthy balance now between vet leadership and with the new guys. So the new guys are learning from the old guys, and the old guys will be able to, teach the younger guys, I guess. But they're not super old vets to where it's like, oh man, he's like 50 years old talking to these young cats. No, they're like respectable in their mid-20s talking to these young cats. You got Fred VanVleet over there who's won an NBA championship. So you have a leader and a point guard who knows what it takes to win an NBA championship. You got Dylan Brooks who's been in the playoffs multiple years. And then you come to the Houston Rockets where them guys have been to the playoffs since James Harden, right? So it's like a healthy balance of, okay, we got semi-vets over here that can teach us, how to win, in the right way and just handle the basketball game at a professional level. And I think those guys are in a great position moving forward. Coming in number 9, we got the Indiana Pacers at 4-3. The reason why I have them at number 9 is because Tyrese Halliburton has been absolutely amazing, man. Okay, absolutely outstanding. He's averaging 24 points, 12 assists right now. Only person on his team averaging over 20 points. The nearest person closest to 20 points is Miles Turner, and he's averaging 16 points a game. Think about that right there. Tyrese and Miles Turner are carrying the team. Now, I was going back between 9 and 10 with them because they did lose by 50. Regardless if it was to the Celtics, they lost by 50. An NBA team losing by 50 is alarming on all levels. Now, moving forward to the number 8 spot, I got the Oklahoma State Thunder coming in at 4-3. They're very scary. They got length, youth, chemistry, tenacity, they got that dog. They got that mentality of like, they don't care who they're playing every night. They're going to go out there and give it their all. And no team is better than them. That's what they look like. They play with outstanding confidence. If you watch the Golden State Warriors game, They have amazing confidence, even without SGA. So with SGA in there, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, man. And I'm going to say this on here. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in the NBA playoffs. Absolutely. There's no way they don't make the playoffs this year. I know me and Kenny have been going back and forth on our debate show, but the more I watch them play, I mean, man, they got defense. They can shoot the ball. You got a great five in Chet, J-Dub, Shea, Lou Dort, and Jay Giddey. You know what I'm saying? That five right there is a great core five because they're young. You really built that through the draft. Think about that. Besides Shea, right? You really built the rest through the draft. Isn't that crazy? That's like a Golden State Warriors type of vibe right there, and I like it. Coming in at number 7, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. For one reason and one reason only, that they're top 7, Anthony Edwards has taken his game to the next level. After the USA games, we all seen what he could do, what he's capable of. He came into the season, carried that right over, and he is top 10 player in the league right now, bro. In my opinion, he's top 10 in the league, especially after last night, doing what he did to the Boston Celtics, giving them their first loss, by the way. So Anthony Edwards has got the Minnesota Timberwolves in my power rankings top 7. Coming in number 6, it's my shot cloud, you guys. I got the Milwaukee Bucks. At 4-2, their performance so far has been a little bit underwhelming, regardless of the winnings. Regardless of the wins that they had, I feel like they're still underperforming, even though they're winning, if that makes sense. You would expect them to at least dominate a little bit. But like I said, they're getting used to a new system, you know what I'm saying, new star players. So I get it. I give them 15 to 20 games to figure it all out. After that, if they're still struggling, different conversation. Coming in number 5, man, the top 5 was really hard. I got the Golden State Warriors. Golden State Warriors have been looking, short of a championship team. They look like an NBA championship team again. This Warriors team reminds me of the 2015 NBA Warriors. You know, everybody's writing them off. They can win. They're winning at a high clip. They're shooting the ball amazing, playing good defense, getting the chemistry back. They got CP3 running the second unit. CP3 is your second unit point guard. Think about that. A Hall of Famer coming off the bench running your second unit. So he's playing against other second unit guys. That's a cheat code. That's a recipe for success. If they can figure out to get a lob there. If they get a lob there before the trade deadline, Lord have mercy, the Warriors, automatic favorites. And Steph is playing like the MVP. They're not going to give it to him. We know why. But Steph has been playing like the MVP. And you can't tell me no different. Coming in number 4. Got the Dallas Mavericks at 6-1. Regardless of, if Kyrie Irving struggling a little bit, Kyrie's trying to figure out, where he fits in with Luka Doncic and all that. Luka's been playing absolutely out of his mind. The Dallas Mavericks are 6-1. They're winning games. Now, remember last year, they didn't make the play-in, so everybody's talking about, that dude was not going to work. You got to give everybody a full training camp, man. If you give them the full training camp and they come into the season, you're going to see more of what they're capable of. And this team right here, they look pretty good. Derek Lively has been an amazing addition through the draft. He's a rookie, playing like Tyson Chandler, getting mentored by Tyson Chandler, by the way. Derek Lively has absolutely elevated this team from top to bottom from top to bottom, that make no sense. Derek Lively has elevated this team from the jump because of his rim protecting ability, and he's a lob threat. You know what I'm saying? If you have a lob threat on your team, I can't express the importance of a lob threat or someone that can protect the rim. You know what I mean? It's very important in today's game for sure with all these athletic beings. Now, coming in at number 3, I had to move the Boston Celtics to number 3. They've been so dominant lately that when they lost to the Minnesota Timberwolves last night, I said, damn, I can't put them over these next 2 people. Jason Tatum has took another leap. He's an MVP. He's an MVP favorite. I think him and Steph are the only American players that we, have a chance of gaining that MVP reigns back because Jokic, Giannis, Luka, all these guys that aren't from America are pretty much running the NBA right now. And I don't know what to say about that, man. It's just maybe the best players in the world aren't from the U.S. no more. I don't know. Hey, look, listen, that's all the discussion for the day. But moving on to number 2, we got the Denver Nuggets coming in at 7-1. They've been, every game you watch Denver Nuggets, man, it's like they're a well-oiled machine. I just don't get how they're so good. Actually, yes, I do. They got a great coach. Generational talent in Jokic. great role guys that do their job. No one's complaining. Everybody's happy for the next man. I wouldn't be surprised if they ran it back. Damn. The Denver Nuggets can run it back. I think the biggest threat to the Denver Nuggets, I mean, they got size too. Ooh, we in the Western Conference, I feel like the biggest threat to the Denver Nuggets got to be either the Sacramento Kings. Damn, I think I can see Minnesota Timberwolves giving them a problem. Size-wise. The Warriors, if they get one more big, I can see that too. It's just Denver, bro. They're a juggernaut in the Western Conference, man. It doesn't matter who you add. You can add the Phoenix Suns to that mix. It doesn't even matter. It's just like there's not much you could do with the Denver Nuggets right now. But we'll, as the season goes on, we'll be able to get more of a sample size of, what teams look like and how they can or can't beat the Denver Nuggets. Because right now, Denver Nuggets is a team to beat. It doesn't matter what the rankings are right now. They're the reigning champs. They're the team to beat right now. Now, coming in at number one, this might surprise a lot of you guys. I'm not even this fan, right? Coming in at number one, the Philadelphia 76ers are my number one in the power rankings through week 2, starting to week 3. Few points. They lost the opening night to the Milwaukee Bucks. Since then, they've won 5 straight. And they've won 5 straight confidently, convincingly, and outstandingly. Tyrese Maxey, oh my gosh. Him and Embiid are the duo we didn't know we needed. That's one of the best duos in the league right now. He's, averaging over 26 points a game. Joel Embiid is above 30 again. He's doing his damn thing. But everybody didn't know what to expect when Harden didn't want to play with them. They were like, is Maxey going to take that next step? I think Maxey, once he got that, ability, or once he got the opportunity to take James Harden's position or step into his spot and get the reins of the team to play with Joel Embiid, I think he was going to flourish, because he was flourishing even with Harden there, which is crazy because Harden's pretty ball dominant. Maxey doesn't need the ball to score, but Maxey, when he got the ball, he was very efficient. Now Maxey's the dominant ball handler with Embiid. Maxey is going to possibly, I think he's automatically going to make an all-star team this year, right? Now we're in the conversation of an all-NBA team early on, speaking. If the All-NBA teams were made today, Tyrese Maxey would be an All-NBA player. That's crazy to think about. That's like a most improved player jump right there. And he might be capable of winning most improved player if you think about it. I'm just saying. But that duo right there in Philadelphia 76ers, man. And to add with Kelly Oubre, sleeper pickup for the Philadelphia 76ers. That's a wing presence who plays defense, rebounds, shoot the ball at a high clip. Philadelphia 76ers are scary in the East right now, but they're always good in the regular season. So let's see if they can carry that on to the postseason, because we know they haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals in Joel Embiid's tenure. So we hope that can break this year, but it's gonna be hard because you got the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference as well, along with the Miami Heat, who potentially have everybody's number in the Eastern Conference. It's just amazing. I don't get it. I won't ever get it, but they continue to win. So, yeah, that's my top 10, man. Once again, I'm going to go through it again. 10, we got Houston Rockets. 9, Indiana Pacers. 8, OKC. 7, Minnesota Timberwolves. 6, Milwaukee Bucks. 5, Warriors. 4, Dallas Mavs. 3, Celtics. 2, Denver. And 1, Philadelphia 76ers. Even though Philly is not in the first place in the East, they're my number 1 in the power rankings. Now, let's go on to James Harden NBA return. Last night, James Harden played against the New York Knicks in his first NBA game back this season. Let's go through the stat line a little bit. So as we can see here, first and foremost, alarming Paul George, 2 for 11 from the field. Okay, that's alarming. But like I said, I was talking with my friends before the game started, and I said, look, don't expect much from the Clippers this game. This is a fill-out game. They never played with each other before. I mean, well, Russ, Kawhi, PG have, but adding Harden to the mix, they got to figure out, spacing, ball movement, who's going to have the ball late game, who's going to have the ball predominantly throughout the game. Ty Lue went on an interview and said that Russell Westbrook is going to be our point guard predominantly. And I like that. Moving James Harden off the ball, keep Russ on the ball, because Russ has been in a groove lately, and you don't kind of want to get Russ out of that groove, because when Russ is in that groove, he's playoff bound every single year. We've seen it with the Oklahoma City Thunder, every team that he's on. So you got to let Russ be Russ put James, Kawhi, and PG at that PG role. I mean, at the off ball role. You know what I'm saying? Kind of catch and shoot type vibe. But I don't know if Harden wants to necessarily catch and shoot. I don't know if Harden necessarily wants to sit down screens. But if Harden could buy into that role of being off ball, this team will be very successful. Because PG and Kawhi don't need the ball to be successful. They'll get theirs regardless. They'll find a way to get theirs. But James Harden, 6 for 9 from the field, 66%. 66% from the field, 50% from 3, 2-4. He had 17 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 turnovers, but he was a minus 18. He's a minus 18 in the plus or minus. So him and Zubac tied for the highest plus or minus negative. But all 4 guys on the court together, Paul George, Kawhi, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, I think averaged about a minus 10 throughout the whole game. So that was against a New York Knicks team where the starting point guard went 2 for 12. They're handsomely paid point guard goes 2 for 12. You got RJ Barrett and Julius Randle taking bulk of the shots, going 26, 27 points. But I don't think that was the game right there. I think the game is this. The Clippers had 22 turnovers. 22. 2 New York Knicks, 19 turnovers. I understand that. But 22 turnovers, 3 more turnovers is a lot. Although they lost 97-111. So the game actually wasn't close going to the fourth quarter at all. But watching the game, James Harden actually did low-key look like one of the best players out there, if not top 2 behind Kawhi Leonard. And he's just played his first game. It looked like he didn't even lose a step. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how they're going to figure that out over there, because then when Terrence Mann gets back healthy, you got to add Terrence Mann back into the mix. So whose minutes is he going to be sharing with? It's going to be an interesting situation over there, but it's a good thing to have. It's better to have too much players and then not have enough. So Ty Lue has a good situation over there where he gets to pick and pull from different situations, different lineups, and see what works and see what gels and see what doesn't, because they have 82 games throughout the season to figure it out. Hopefully, it doesn't take them 80 games to figure it out, because if it does, then they're looking at another high draft pick. But yeah, this I'm excited to see this game moving forward. This team, Sale. Speak freaking English. But I'm excited to see this team moving forward, because everybody wants to see them lose, man. I just want to see good basketball. At the end of the day, I don't care who's on every team. I just want to see the top players playing to the best of their ability. I think that's what it's all about. But now, this has been a pretty moving and grooving podcast. We're 17 minutes into this, and I'm on my last topic of the day, but this one might take an hour. So bear with me. The Sacramento Kings are 2-4 in the season. Now, I get it. De'Aaron Fox is injured. I didn't think we would fall off that bad without De'Aaron Fox. Let me tell you why I didn't think that. If you look at our schedule, the game De'Aaron got hurt was against the Los Angeles Lakers. The game after, we played phenomenally, for 47 minutes against the Golden State Warriors. Lost by 1, Klay Thompson game winner, right? Or really, we played excellent for 47 minutes and 7 seconds. Then we get obliterated back-to-back by the Houston Rockets. This is the alarming thing to me. Let me show you something. Real quick. Let me walk you through here real quick. Okay. So, game 1 against the Rockets, we shoot 32 for 84 from the field at 38%, 1141 from 3, 26%, right? Let's go back. Let's go to last night's game, game 2. Okay? We shoot a phenomenal 36 for 81 for 44% from the field, 14 for 40 from 3, 35%. Now, I did some quick math and put those things together. And we shot from the field in both games a whopping 41% from the field. You can't win any game shooting like that back-to-back game. That's impossible. And from three-point, we shot 30%, 25 from 81. And from the field, we shot 68 from 165. Okay. That is very alarming. I'm going to show you one other thing that's alarming, man. And like I said, I'm a diehard Kings fan. So yeah, I got to keep it spade to spade and be real sometimes, you guys. Davion Mitchell, as our point guard, cannot go 2 for 11. Cannot go 2 for 11. Okay. Kevin Huerter, 3 for 8 from 3 is solid. We want to move that to at least 4 of 8. If we can get that 50%, we're green throughout the whole season. Domantas Sabonis, though, you cannot shoot 4 shots a whole game and expect us to win. You can't have 4 shot attempts and expect the Sacramento Kings to pull a W out of their ass. Okay. Keegan Murray, we need more than 11 shots. You had 8 shots at half. You took 3 shots in the second half. You got to be consistently aggressive. We need Keegan Murray to be Keegan Murray. We need Keegan Murray to be Summer League Keegan Murray. And Harrison Barnes taking 6 shots a game after taking over 10 to 12 shots a game in the other previous games. That didn't sit right with me. You take shits. Wow. You take 6 shots a game, not in foul trouble. So that means you're not being aggressive. Okay. You know what? F this. Done talking about the stats. The eye test. Watching the game last night told me one thing. Okay, our team isn't hungry. They think our shit don't stink. That's what it looking like when I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a fan. So I'm watching the body language is terrible. No urgency on offense. They came out in the first quarter, slapped us in the mouth. They came out in the first half, socked us in the jaw. I think we were down 23 in the first half or 25 in the first half. Come out second half, I'm okay. We got some sense of urgency. They run the score up so fast. I literally said, what if we threw the G League team out there? I feel like we would get more of a have a better chance of winning. We have more sense of urgency. You know what I'm saying? Guys are fighting for their job. I feel like we would get better predictability. I can't even speak right now. That's how frustrated I am. I feel like we would get a better productivity from the G League team last night and the night before. That's me being blatantly honest. Now, I might be a little bit too harsh. I love the Sacramento Kings. I love the guys. But when you love something, you know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism is okay. And no, I didn't play in the league. I don't care about that. This is just logicality stuff right here. This is just being, okay, I'm on the court. I'm going to work hard. I'm a star player. I'm not going to shoot 4 shots a game. I'm a star player. I'm one of the star players without De'Aaron Fox in the game. I'm not going to shoot 6 shots in the game. I will say this, though, man. Coming off the bench, Kobe Jones at first was struggling to bring the ball to the court, but Kobe Jones kind of surprised me a lot. He played very solid. Malik Monk went 2 for 6. Malik Monk, you can't shoot 6 shots a game either. Like, Malik has to get, without De'Aaron Fox, 12 to 14 touches. 6 is not enough. We're not going to do anything with our 6-man shooting 6 shots. That's too many 6s. Jordan Ford, I tweeted something. I said, man, you know what? With De'Aaron Fox out, I would love to see some more Jordan Ford minutes. Jordan Ford checked in the first quarter, right? Checked in the last 2 minutes, moved the ball, got an assist, came out the game, didn't check back into the fourth quarter with I think 6 minutes left. Went 2 for 3 from the field, 5 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, plus 9 on the plus and minus chart. The reason why I like Jordan Ford in this situation, it's not because he's my dog, one of my good friends, you know what I'm saying? None of that. This is a non-biased opinion here. Davion Mitchell, starting guard with De'Aaron Fox out. Yes. I feel like Jordan Ford has to move into that backup point guard role because of this reason right here. Kobe Jones is a rookie. Kobe Jones doesn't necessarily know how to run the point guard position just yet for our team. So what I'm saying is Jordan Ford has been in the G League. He was in the G League with the Kings last year, Stockton Kings. So he's been in our system a whole season through the G League. So he knows how to run our system. Why wouldn't we trust him to run our system as a backup point guard until De'Aaron Fox gets back? I think he'll do an exceptional job. He can shoot the ball. You can't go under on screens. He makes very decisive decisions. He's very decisive. He takes care of the ball. He has a mid-range game in terms of floater. He's not going to turn the ball over. Like I say, he takes care of the ball. It's just the only thing that he lacks a little bit is defensively in size. I get that. I understand that. But we were lacking everything last night, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we had to figure something out. So I would love to see Jordan Ford get some backup PG minutes. Everybody on Twitter was bashing me saying, oh, he's not good enough to play, yada, yada. Well, I mean, he's good enough to have a contract right now, right? So he has a contract. He's good enough to play. And if he's good enough to play, then play him. That's just my honest opinion. That's what I feel like should happen when the Sacramento Kings move forward until De'Aaron Fox gets back. But will it happen? I don't know. I'm not in the front office. I'm not the coach. I'm just a hoop enthusiast speaking my pain through the screen. But yeah, I would love to see Jordan 4 minutes in future games until, like I said, Fox gets back. But Other than that, man, we have the Portland Trail Blazers coming up, I believe, on Wednesday, I want to say. And I'll tell you what, if we lose that game, if we lose to the Portland Trail Blazers, you guys, listen up and listen closely. That'll be 4 straight losses. Okay? I'll be damned if the Sacramento Kings revert back to the 17-year drought because of one player. De'Aaron Fox is box office, generational. But as a team, we have to figure out ways to fill the gap when our star player is missing. Domantas Sabonis, you cannot have another game where you shoot 4 shots in a game. That can't happen. You let Sengun out there make, good gosh, he was dog walking everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? We got to get better defensively as a team. We got to get better offensively as a unit. We have to get better at being better than teams that we're better than. We're better than Houston Rockets. Why are we playing like cheeks? We play the Los Angeles Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. We play out of our minds. We play up to par. The moment we play a team that's below us, right, in terms of last year, we start playing like straight cheeks. As a dire Sacramento Kings fan, I will say this, though. We'll figure it out. Mike Brown's going to figure it out. I have faith in Mike Brown. Mike Brown will, if you don't want to play, we'll sit your ass on that bench. That's the mindset he comes with. So I'm excited to see what we look like against the Portland Trail Blazers because I know we're going to be hungry. And if we're not hungry, I'll tell you what, if we lose, I don't know what I'm going to do. Just make sure y'all check on your boy because I may, go on IG Live and not say nothing for 30 minutes. Why? I don't know. It's the first thing I thought about just now. I might turn my phone off. I might go on Do Not Disturb for a whole month. Don't light the beam right now. Suspend that thing. Even if we win, don't light the beam. We don't deserve a beam lit right now. I don't want to get too deep into this, man, but that is the end of my rant right now. I didn't know where I was going to go necessarily because I didn't even have any notes written on Sacramento Kings. This is just straight off the heart right here. This is off the muscle. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure it out now. We can't get behind the 8 ball in this Western Conference, especially with Kevin Durant in his Western Conference now. We got Luka and Kyrie in the Western Conference now. We got Denver Nuggets looking crazy. We got James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kawhi Leonard, PG in the Western Conference. We got the Houston Rockets gelling. The Western Conference is stacked. We got Ant-Man in this thing. Stephen Curry is still here. And we over here losing to the Houston Rockets back-to-back nights. Oh, my gosh. I've had enough. I appreciate you guys for listening to the episode of Backyard Podcast with your host, Priscilla Howard. If you're watching on YouTube right now, hit that like button, subscribe, comment any topics you want me to talk about in the future. If you're listening on all audio platforms, once again, please download and give me a 5-star rating. It will help the podcast grow immensely. I love you guys. I'm going to go ahead and eat some vegan ice cream cake or something and just soak a little bit because I feel like the Sacramento Kings are going down the wrong direction. But I'm not going to overreact, even though I'm overreacting. I love y'all, and we'll catch y'all in the next one. We out. Oh my gosh, why do I sound like that?